You reach a certain level in life where things are going good. Business is running smoothly, relationships, money's there, day-to-day life, it's easy. But once you accept that comfort, every day becomes a slow death because internally something happens. The purpose, the fulfillment that you once had in your day-to-day life completely disappears and it's replaced. It's replaced with cheap dopamine, with scrolling, sleeping in, not sticking to the standards that you once had personally. And you're operating nowhere near the standard that you once had and the standard you know you're capable of. And after coaching thousands of guys, I can say with 100% conviction that comfort is the enemy. And until you accept that as truth, the comfort will secretly be running your life in the background. The short-term dopamine that you're chasing right now, the needless spending, the dinners out, the nights out, the lust. It's all pulling you away from the version of you know you're capable of becoming. And each and every day that you allow that to happen and you don't actually take control, you're digging yourself a deeper grave. One that is going to be harder to get out of. And in this video, I'm going to speak you through how to take back control, how to break free of that cycle. Because this is what happened to me, and I see it happen to so many guys. Back in 2021, I first moved to Dubai, business was going well, had my dream partner, my dream car, all the good stuff. But something happened. I got comfortable. And fast forward, I'm not going to bore you with a long story, but fast forward a couple of weeks, couple of months, I ended up looking at myself in the mirror and not liking who I saw. My body got soft, the vices had taken over, and I was just not operating anywhere near the standards that I had been and I knew I was capable of. And that actually started to eat me up inside, massively. So I had to rebuild from ground up. Because when you look in the mirror, guys, and you don't like what you see, it's not a good feeling. And if you're in that position right now, you need to take out a pen, you need to take out a paper, and you need to take note of what I'm going to tell you. And what I mean when I say you don't like what you see in the mirror. Externally, everything can look good. Business looks good. You have the external factors, but that internal alignment, it's not there. Because you're not showing up each and every day at the standard you know you should be showing up with. You're not living up to your potential. And it's the comfort, it's the dopamine, it's chasing these external things to make us feel a certain way that is actually lowering our frequency. We need to be raising that. And how do we raise our frequency on a daily basis? We do what we know we need to be doing. What happens? Each and every day that you make a decision, you're either raising your state or lowering your state. You're never staying neutral. So if we're doing certain things on a daily basis, overly doom scrolling, lust, alcohol on the weekends, over-consuming of food, what's happening? We're lowering our state. Each and every day we need to be managing that and raising it, raising it, raising it. So there's a couple of steps that you need and that will help you rebuild that I use with all the guys that come to me. And these guys are successful guys. I'm not saying they're bum guys. These are successful guys, 6, 7 figure entrepreneurs. Guys who have families, businesses, do well in their careers. But they're missing that certain thing within them, that feeling within them. And the first thing that needs to happen is we need to create a vision. We need to have that North Star goal. We need to actually have direction as to where we're going in life. Because if we don't have that direction, what's going to happen? We're just going to keep going through the days. We have the extra money to spend. So we're going to be looking for the comfort. We're going to be looking for how can we feel good right now in this moment in time. But you feeling good right now in this moment in time makes you feel worse later. highs and lows, highs and lows. We're using the resources we have to get these quick little highs, but then our dopamine levels, they crash. They go lower than baseline. And until we actually realize, okay, this is what's happening right now, it's going to continue to control us and run our day-to-day life. So the first thing that needs to happen is you need to get crystal clear on that vision with your North Star. Personal ones, professional ones. Get very specific. You've got to a certain level which you probably once dreamed about. But now you need to recreate that. Stretch the vision, make it bigger. Find that purpose that you have. Maybe it's not financial, but maybe it's more purpose in your day-to-day life, helping more people, creating something that will leave legacy. Whatever that might be, you need to find that, and you need to get very, very crystal clear. And this is individual. This is specific to each individual. Every individual is going to be different, and that's when you really need to know yourself and get connected with yourself when you are creating these North Star goals, because it's easy to say, especially in the online world, oh, 100K months, 200K months, 150K months, whatever it might be, Lambo this, whatever, all that bullshit that really does not matter. That's other people's idea of success. You need to figure out, okay, what is your idea of success? Because I can guarantee you right now, it's not scrolling. It's not chasing quick hits of dopamine. And you know that. That's why you need to get reconnected and figure out that vision for yourself and understand what it actually is. Because once you then have that, you then go to the next step. You create that character. You design the character, the version of you that can actually achieve that result. Because right now, the version of you, he can't. The habits, he can't. The nutrition, the training, the mindset that you currently have, how you're showing up each and every day, it's clearly not good enough. Otherwise, firstly, you wouldn't be watching this video. And secondly, you'd already have the outcome that you were after, or you'd be at least working towards that, and you'd have that fulfillment and that purpose. Because it's working towards that is what gives you that internal alignment and what actually gives you that get up and go. Okay, it's not actually achieving the thing, it's working towards the thing. So once you get crystal clear as that North Star goal, you design the character, the version of you who walks, talks, shows up, how he thinks, the beliefs he has. You need to get very, very crystal clear as that. You need to get very, very crystal clear as to what that is, and then you need to embody that here, now, today. Everything is today. Everything is now. All we have is now. We don't wait for things. We don't dwell on past things. All we have is right now. So you need to step into that version right now, and you need to start showing up as him. And I promise you, the second you do that, you'll have that internal alignment again. You'll have that fulfillment. The purpose will be back. The second that you create that version and you step into it, it's instant. So get very, very clear. How does he show up? What does his body look like? Is he soft? Is he 15% body fat plus, or is he actually in shape? 10 to 12% body fat year round, high levels of energy, operating at a high standard, days set up in a specific way, showing up for himself, well groomed. How does he look? You need to get very, very clear on this. What beliefs does he have that the current version of you needs to remove? Remove these. What are the beliefs he has? The identity, the thoughts, how he shows up. Get very, very clear on everything. Write it down, design it, step into it, embody it. And how do we truly install that identity? Embody the identity of that version? It's through the morning alignment process, which essentially is your gratitude, your identity installation, the beliefs that you need to install. And then the visualization to actually really embody and feel the emotions of being in that desired reality. That's the key. The emotion is the key. Emotion is the language of God. So you need to really focus on the emotional feelings that you would have in that desired reality. Yes, the thoughts, the beliefs, the world's view, the conviction. Everything needs to be aligned to that version. And that's exactly what we do in the morning alignment process. Once we have that done, we then need to design our days. Okay, what needs to happen on a daily basis? Because as I said, all we have is now. It's now, now, now. That's why, for me, a big shift when I realized, okay, all that we have is now. Something clicked within me. Obviously, have I heard it before? Probably in the past, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But all of a sudden, this year in particular, it clicked with me. All we have is now. So I don't waste time. If I catch myself on the phone or doom scrolling or doing stupid shit that is actually pulling me away from the version of me that I want to become, pulling me away from my highest potential, I cut it. Because all we have is fucking now. It's all we have. So if we're not actively working towards what we want to be working towards, and guys, when it's relaxed. I relax, I chill, I go to the pool. That's important because for me, I'm recharging my batteries. I'm feeling good, listening to podcasts, I'm going out for walks. But it's the destructive things that we need to eliminate. That's what needs to be taken out. Things that are dragging our state down, lowering our frequency, they need to be removed. And all the things that raise our frequency and our state need to be present every single day. Okay? And with your calendar, that's how we need to set it up. We need, like your weekly calendar. Do we take times off? Do we go to the beach? Do we go to a beach club? Do we go for ice baths, saunas? What do we do throughout the week that actually raises that frequency? For me, first thing in the morning, jump straight into the pool. Perfect. I feel amazing. I sit, do my morning process, and then I get stuck into the day. I go to the gym each and every day because it builds discipline into my life, builds the physique, gives me confidence because I show up each and every day for myself. Going to the gym is not just about how you look. It's about how you feel. It's about keeping your word to yourself, hitting your macros. The more dialed in you are with the gym, the more dialed in you are with your macros, the more dialed in you are with your routine, the better you feel on a daily basis. Physically, mentally, emotionally, you've predictable energy and you have that get up and go about you. That comes down to what you do each and every day. So design the week, but design your days. Business growth, personal growth, spiritual growth. Get very, very clear as to the areas of your life that you want to work on. Again, this all relates back to that North Star goal, but there's certain things that each man needs to be doing. Spiritual work, it's personal growth, and it's professional growth. They're non-negotiable. And then once that calendar is designed, what needs to happen? We need to take aggressive action and actually work towards that because especially I see so many people, it's like, oh, I'm doing all this internal work. And yes, that is very, very important. But if you're not doing the external work as well, you're not going to get the results. Action is the key. You need to take aggressive action. You have your calendar set up, your blueprint. You take aggressive action on that each and every day. And this is one area that I actually caught myself in as well. It was like I was doing like all the internal, I was doing like the visualization, the meditation, all of that stuff. But I wasn't actually taking the action. That's important because you get inspired action, but you still need to show up on a daily basis and do what needs to be done each and every single day. And it's key. And the sooner you realize that it comes down to what you do each and every single day, you stop chasing the dopamine. You stop saying after summer, I'm going to have a bit of fun this summer. I'm going to go drinking most weekends, have a couple of drinks. I'm going to chase for lust. I'm going to whatever, put everything on the back burner. It's just, you're just digging yourself a deeper hole. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I've seen it with hundreds of guys and it's been my own experience as well. It really comes down to the internal work. It comes down to building the physical proof, and it comes down to your daily habits. That's simply what it comes down to. And once you have that all dialed in, the clarity you have, the energy you have, the purpose you have, the fulfillment you have on a daily basis, it turns you into a different savage. Completely. So it's like you have two options right now. It's like you continue doing what you're doing on a daily basis. You're digging yourself a deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper fucking grave, or else you just take control now. You take action now. You understand that you're in this current position and it needs to be solved sooner rather than later. Like, What kills me is people 6 months down the line, they know they have an issue here right now, but then 6 months down the line they have the same issue. They're still stuck in the exact same position. It's the people who realize, okay, this is the issue that I have right now. They identify the problem. They go to someone who can help them achieve the results that they want. They get it done. 6 months down the line, they're done. For me, it's like in any area of life. It's always been the same way. Whether it's my physique, whether it's my business, whether it's my mindset, I'll always go to someone and say, I have this issue, I've identified it. I'll exchange my value, which is finances, for your value, which is the knowledge to actually get me to where I want to be. Easy, done. You show up each and every day, you do the work, you get the results. Like I had one guy come to me at the start of the year. He was way overweight, completely overweight. A young dad came to me. He was like, boom, let's go. It's been 10 years now. I'm actually just stuck in it. He's literally been stuck in the same place for 10 fucking years. Within 4 months, he's completely transformed his physique, his mindset, how he shows up each and every single day, internally, externally. Within 4 months, after 10 years of fucking trial and error, I don't get it. I really don't get it. If like within a couple of weeks, if I haven't progressed, I'm like, it frustrates me, because if you're not progressing, you're regressing. It's as simple as that. It's the law of polarity. For every positive, there's a negative. Hot, cold, in, out, growth, decay. So unless you're growing each and every day, you're decaying. And that comes down to how you show up each and every day. So just get very, very clear as to what it is you want out of life, and then just follow exactly what I said. Do exactly what I said. The North Star goal, the character design, the morning alignment process, the calendar setup, and then the aggressive action towards that, physically, mentally, spiritually. Within 6 months, you will be a completely different person. You'll have a completely different body, completely different business, a completely different get up and go about you. Okay, but the thing is, instantly, once you do that, instantly, you remove the vices and you have that alignment again. Once you get straight on it, the energy increases, the body improves, the confidence improves. And most importantly, internally, you feel aligned.